Hey y'all, we're here at Deters Daughters in Covington, Kentucky. We're gonna hunt this place and just try to find anything and everything that's good here. From what we've heard, this place has been around for at least 60 years. So they're doing something right here, and we're gonna go in and see what that is.
You know Threepourdecisions, they need no introduction.
So we're here at Deters Daughters. This is a relatively small store, but this is all family run since the early 60s. They keep prices very close to MSRP. There's little to no markup. We do have some pretty good selections here for what it is. I did see a Peerless Double Oak that's sitting at $84.99. Typically see those right around $90 to $100. There is also an IW Harper 15 year. I've never had anything from IW Harper. I believe it comes out of Stitzel Weller. It's typically a little bit lower of proof. Yeah, it's sitting at 86 proof. I typically enjoy stuff that's a little bit above 100 proof. There is also a short barrel Bee's Knees number 5. I've heard great things about this bottle. So this is sitting at 116.8 proof. And it's distilled in Kentucky and Indiana, aged in toasted Kelvin barrels. I believe there is some Jim Beam juice inside this.
So a little bit of history. So in 1963, Deters Daughters was actually opened up, and it was a butcher shop. And the back section that we're standing in right now, which is strictly technically the liquor store portion, this was the original butcher shop. And it operated as a butcher shop until 1997, when the Daughters, which there are 5 of them, they actually bought this out, I guess, from their parents, and or took it over from their parents and turned it into a liquor store. The front portion of the store that we were, asked not to record is really, a bunch of lottery, tobacco, and things like that. They just didn't want on camera. And look, we're not really interested in showing that anyway, but a lot of history here at this place. But even just at a glance, every single bottle they have here is actually of quality. They do a very good job here at, really selecting some good bottles.
Wolves and Willet collab. That's the first time I've actually seen this bottle sitting on the shelf. It's sitting at $299 at 103 proof with an age statement of 10 years. If you guys know anything about this bottle, please drop it in the comments. Would definitely like to know more about this bottle. And then we got some more Peerless. We've got the rum barrel. This is 112.6 proof, sitting at $122.99. I absolutely love Peerless. I've heard great things about the rum barrel. I've not tried it personally. Then also the toasted is $93, sitting at 107.6 proof. The toasted bourbon and the toasted rye are amazing values for the money. If you've never tried Peerless, highly recommend it. We got some Buckner's 10s. I believe most of these are sourced from Heaven Hill. One is 120.8 proof, and the one to the left is sitting at 109 proof. They are both $157, and right next to it is an Old Route 8, which is their 8-year Kentucky bourbon, sitting at 116.8 proof for $130. And we got a Gem of Kentucky, $188. I've tried it once. I don't think it's worth the price tag personally. There's so many other great bottles out there for the money. And then the Senators. I've tried a few different expressions from, I believe it's Proof and Wood. Yeah, so most of these are sourced from MGP, which they are actually very good MGP offerings. I've tried the Tumbling Dice, which is a high rye expression from Proof and Wood. I think I picked it up for like $59. It was a great value. There's a Jefferson's Reserve limited edition cast strength. Many people were calling this a stag killer for the money. It is more shelf available compared to the Stag Junior. I've tried it once. I thought it was really good for the money, but it wasn't my flavor profile that I really enjoy.
Yeah, I don't really think it was selling as quickly as what they were hoping it would sell for. I mean, you could find it, quite a few different places. We actually have a bottle of that on the Threepourdecisions bar, but I'm just going to skip this real quick. Rye Guy, coming out of Willet, it is it is 98 proof. And here again, the pricing on a lot of their bottles is very good. So $34.99. I believe this is usually right around like a $40 bottle. So to be able to get it for, $5-6 is cheaper. I think I'm going to go ahead and pick this up just to give it a shot and see if this is something good from Willet.
If you guys are looking for any of the Tater bottles, skip right over those. This is one of the best values in whiskey right now. The 250th U.S. Army edition. This is sitting at 111.1 proof for $47. It doesn't get much better than this. And also, you can never go wrong. Green River Full Proof is an insane value, sitting at 117 proof, $47. Angel's Envy Cask Strength. This is one bottle that I have never tried, nor do I really have any intentions on trying, purely because of the price and the fact that it's finished in port wine barrels. If I'm going to be spending $250 on a bottle, it better be uncut, unfiltered. Yeah, $255. I don't know if I can just justify that.
Never heard of this one right here. Black Saddle, $65.99. It is a 12-year, kind of light in color for a 12-year. It is 90 proof, and it's bottled by Franklin Distillers Products Ltd, and that is Fairfield, California. So never heard of this. Don't know who's actually distilling it for them, but I'm intrigued by the 12-year statements.
I actually picked up that bottle when we were at Good Spirits, and I looked at it. It was $70. I was like, who distills this? There's no information on it whatsoever. But yeah, the fact that it's under 100, it's 12-year age statement, but the fact that it's 90 proof, I mean, for the money though, I mean, you can't go wrong if it's some good juice.
Yeah, you think this might compete with the Weller 12?
Dude, it might. I mean, you were not really a fan of the Weller 12.
Hey, at least this one has a cork.
Exactly.
Weller 12 screw top.
You can never go wrong with Johnny Drum either. Out of Willet.
Right, that's definitely a good find. So, but $38.99 on that bottle. Boy, that's a bottle. You come across Johnny Drum, pick it up, give it a shot. And again, that is another one that comes out of Willet. That is a very good Willet bottle.
This is also a distiller we are seeking out more in 2026. Wyoming whiskey. I believe Bourbon Man has a pick sitting at the bar. It blew us away. I honestly thought it was a finished product with how much flavor was coming on the palate for me. All of these offerings that we have tried, it's a very good value for what it is.
Yeah. I think that pick was something like a Drop Your Bobber, or what was it? It was something Bobber was the name of the pick. It was like,
I think it was Drop Your Bobber.
Drop Your Bobber, or
it was
something.
Like a 6-year, like 120 proof, somewhere around there.
And it's a good bottle. It's a good bottle.
It's
a
dessert pour for sure.
I enjoyed it.
It's one of Bourbon Man's favorites.
Oh yeah, I love
Yukon
that.
Jack.
So in case y'all don't know what Rye Guy is referencing, if you go to our channel and check out some of our shorts, I actually did a short sitting inside at a bar, and they didn't have the biggest offering of whiskey available, and I definitely wanted to try something, so they had the Yukon Jack 100 proof. I thought, 100 proof, all right, let's give that a shot. No.
Was that out of Sazerac?
That is out of Sazerac.
Really?
Not Iraq, but Sazerac. And again, that's a reference, like, watch that short. It's kind of comical.
Yep.
The infamous Mike Smith was helping to narrate. But yeah, that's a pass for me.
Which, if you guys aren't aware, Mike is also the one who does our intros in all of our videos now.
Threepourdecisions. They need no introductions. That is Mike Smith, our good friend. So they do have a couple single barrel offerings of Four Roses. Again, pricing right there is on par. Mr. Neat, who's behind the camera today, he's a huge Four Roses fan.
It looks like
He had to take you in on a close zoom in on that one.
there's a row right here, limited 1 bottle per customer. So I wonder if that was the Sazerac Full Proof.
Or the 100. Could have been either, I guess.
Yeah, yeah.
because they do have the 90 there. They do have Evan Williams single barrel, 50.99. So again, that price isn't bad compared.
I
to
mean,
some places.
this is light. Jacob Call. He was the former master distiller for Green River. For OZ Tyler before they switched to Green River.
Yeah, but look how light that is.
Distilled and bottled OZ Tyler, Owensboro, Kentucky. Yeah, it's only
Age of
2 years.
in New Oak.
But Jacob Call is a legend in the distilling game.
$24.99 for that bottle. Very light in color. I know you can't always judge it by the color of the juice, because some of these lighter juices will absolutely surprise you as how good they drink, how maybe some of the notes that you get and how complex it may be. Wow, $24.99.
I heard he's up there just like with Jim Rutledge.
In partnership with Kentucky Corn Growers Association. Kind of want to try it.
I'd never even seen that bottle before.
Kind of want to try it. What do you guys think? Think we should pick it up at $25 and give it a shot?
Can't be pretty bad for $25. I mean, it is only 2 year. It does look pretty light.
Mr. Neat behind the camera, what do you think, buddy? We give it a shot or we pass?
Yeah, pass.
Think pass on it? All right. Well, anybody watching this, if you've gotten to try the Yellow Banks, and if we're making a mistake by passing this up, let us know. We'll double back and we'll get it.
I got a Basil Hayden 10 year. Has anyone tried that before?
I haven't.
I have not either. I'm not a fan of any of the Basil Hayden expressions purely because they are sitting at 80 proof. Yeah, there's much better Jim Beam out there for the money. Could never go wrong with some Russell's 10 year. This is the last one sitting at 49. Yep, $49.99. That LLME evades me once again.
So how's that price on par with other places for the 10 year at $50?
I believe most of the time it's sitting at like what 42, 45 OHLQ.
Right.
I think.
So I was thinking it just seemed like it was a little high, but
yeah,
still a good bottle. I mean, you're getting 10 year juice.
10 year heritage distillery.
I mean, there are a few smoke wagons down here, Copper and Kings, a Lucky 7. They do have one Lucky 7. Oh yeah, and there's definitely a couple of their bottles we want to double back and show you all. So a Brother's Right Reserve. They actually aged this down in a coal mine. We did try it. It's actually decent juice.
Got a really cool back design on it.
Yeah, the glass bottle.
And there's the mash bill age statement.
And that one is coming in at $53.99.
63.
$63.99. There is a Penelope, the cigar batch.
Looks like the last one.
Last one, $76.99.
Over here, there is a Copper and Kings. Has anyone tried anything out of Copper and Kings? Please let us know. Recently, I saw, I believe it was from Cumming Whiskey. He made a post about a apple brandy hazmat that Copper and Kings produced that is aged in their used bourbon barrels. He spoke really highly of it. I would definitely like to try it if ever given the opportunity. Then also, I believe they came out with a new label or a new batch of their Copper and Kings apple brandy finished bourbon. And I believe in the blend it has 17-year Heaven Hill juice, has 10-year Barton, and I believe there is some Bardstown Bourbon Company bourbon also blended into it. We have some Calumet. We got a 14 sitting at $111 and a 15-year for $120. And a Kentucky Owl batch number 11 for $287. This is 118 proof. It's a single barrel from Dixon Deadman, who, if you guys are unaware, Dixon Deadman is the founder of the 2XO series.
I did find these on the other side of the bourbon aisle. They do have two of these left. The Sazerac Cognac coming at $118.99. Supposedly some very good cognac right here. Again, nothing that we've tried. If you've tried this, let us know what you thought of it. but there are two here if anybody is looking for them. So thank you so much for joining us here at Deters and Daughters. Hopefully you enjoyed this little hunt that we did here. If you're ever in the area, definitely stop by, check them out. A lot of history in this building, and I absolutely know that you can find a decent bottle at a decent price too.
Yeah, at a great price.
So again, thanks for joining us. Until next time, just remember, there are no bad decisions.
Just 3 poor decisions.
Cheers.
Cheers.